Thank you for staying with us in the newsroom. I am Abisola Adebayo. The governor of the Central Bank of Nigeria, Godwin Emefiele, for the second time, failed to appear before the House of Representatives on Tuesday. The House had summoned Emefiele to explain the latest policy by the Apex Bank, which among others sets limits to cash withdrawals at the deposit money banks and other financial institutions. But the CBN governor failed to appear before the lawmakers the two consecutive times he was summoned. The CBN, however, wrote the House to say Emefiele has been on official assignment. Speaker of the House of Representatives, Femi Gbajabiamila, said the lawmakers would want to know about the official assignment that had lasted for 2 weeks, adding that their resolution on the suspension of the policy still stands. The National Assembly has confirmed Loretta Onoche, a presidential aide, as the chairperson of the Niger Delta Development Commission (NDDC). The upper legislative chamber confirmed her and 12 other nominees after Amos Bulus, chairman of the Niger Delta Committee, presented a report on Tuesday. While presenting his committee's report, Bulus said the nominees possessed the requirements to be on the NDDC governing board. The Senate, however, said Pius Odudu and Anthony Okane, nominees from Edo and Imo State respectively, did not show up for the screening exercise. Presidential candidate of the Labour Party, Peter Obi, says the conviction of Donyo Kupe for money laundering will not demoralize him in his bid to become Nigeria's president in 2023. The Director General of the LP campaign organization was on Monday sentenced to 2 years imprisonment for breaching the Money Laundering Act. He was, however, able to avoid jail term by paying the stipulated 13 million naira fine. Commenting on the incident during interaction with journalists in Akwa Ibom State, Obi said despite the recent turn of events, he remained undeterred in his ambition to become Nigeria's next president. China's popular human rights lawyer Wang Yu says her movements within her home country have been restricted by a color-coded app on her phone that's supposed to protect people from COVID-19. The health codes have become popular in China as the country struggles to contain the novel coronavirus, pushing the public to a breaking point that erupted in protest late last month. The government announced last week that it would discontinue the National Health Code, but cities and provinces have their own versions, which have been more dominant. In Beijing last week, restaurants, offices, hotels, and gyms were still requiring local codes to enter. The Lagos Metropolitan Area Transport Authority has announced that the infrastructure for the first phase of the Lagos Rail Mass Transit Blue Line is completed and ready for operation. The consultant, Corporate Communications of Lamata, Kolawole Ojelabi, who made the announcement, said the project is a 27-kilometer rail system from Marina to Okokomaiko. Ojelabi said that the completion of the infrastructure is in fulfillment of the promise made by the Lagos State Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu to complete the project in the last quarter of 2022, ahead of the commencement of passenger operations in the first quarter of 2023. Ghana has suspended payments on most of its external debts, effectively defaulting as the country struggles to plug its cavernous balance of payments deficit. Its finance ministry said on Monday that it will not service debts, including its Eurobonds, commercial loans, and most bilateral loans, calling the decision an interim emergency measure, while some bondholders criticized the lack of clarity in the decision. The ministry explained that the government stands ready to engage in discussions with all of its external creditors to make Ghana's debt sustainable. France football star and 2022 Ballon d'Or winner Karim Benzema has announced his retirement from international football. This comes barely 24 hours after France lost the 2022 FIFA World Cup final to Argentina on Sunday night at the Lusail Stadium in Qatar. In a Twitter post on Monday afternoon, Benzema says he's proud of his career, the efforts and mistakes he's made so far. Benzema was sent home on the eve of the tournament after picking up an injury, but there were speculations that he could return for the final game against France after playing a friendly for Real Madrid. He, however, rejected the opportunity to go back to Qatar after reportedly falling out with manager Didier Deschamps. But that's all on the newsroom at this time. Many thanks for watching.